The Lost Books of Maccabees, a story of faith and fire. Most Christians have never heard of them, yet, hidden within the pages of the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible lie three powerful books. Books that tell of betrayal and resistance, of unspeakable suffering and unshakable hope. These are the books of the Maccabees, and this is their story. It begins with oppression. The Seleucid king, Antiochus IV Epiphanes, was determined to erase Jewish tradition. He outlawed the Sabbath. He desecrated the temple. He forced the people of God to worship false idols, and anyone who resisted was killed. But one man refused to bow. His name was Mattathias, a priest, a father, a man of conviction. When ordered to offer a pagan sacrifice, Mattathias struck down the king's envoy. He fled to the mountains with his sons and began a revolt. One of those sons, Judah, would become known as Judah Maccabee, the hammer. Under Judah's command, a band of farmers and shepherds defeated the world's most powerful army, not once, but again and again. They won not because of might, but because of faith, because they believed God was fighting with them. They fasted, they prayed, they sharpened not just their swords, but their hearts, and they never stopped believing. Their story is told in 1 Maccabees, a tale of rebellion, a tale of restoration, a tale of miracles. They reclaimed the desecrated temple, they cleansed it, they lit the menorah. And though they had only enough oil for one night, it burned for 8. This miracle is remembered each year during Hanukkah, the festival of lights, a reminder that when God is with us, even the smallest flame can drive out the deepest darkness. The second book goes deeper. 2 Maccabees is not about war. It's about the soul of a people, about the cost of faith. There's a story of a mother and her 7 sons, each of them tortured, each of them given the chance to deny their faith. But not one of them did. They were burned, mutilated, beaten, and as they died, one by one, they spoke not of hate, but of hope, of resurrection, of eternity. They declared that God would raise them up, that the pain of this world was nothing compared to the glory to come. And the mother? She stood firm. She watched each of her children die, and yet her voice never trembled. She reminded them, this suffering is temporary, but God is forever. She became a symbol of courage, a portrait of unwavering belief. Even as death circled her like a storm, she stood like a lighthouse, unmoved, unshaken. 2 Maccabees also tells of visions, of angels appearing in battle, of heavenly riders in golden armor, of holy fire that consumed enemies, of divine justice that struck down the arrogant. It is not just a history book. It is a testimony that God sees, that God acts, that God rescues, and sometimes deliverance doesn't come by escape, but by endurance. The third book is a surprise. 3 Maccabees. It's set not in Israel, but in Egypt. Under the reign of Ptolemy IV, a king who sees the Jews as a threat to his power, he plots their destruction. He orders them to be gathered in a stadium, tens of thousands, men, women, and children, all to be trampled by 500 war elephants, a death sentence. But the people do not panic. They do not scatter. They do what their ancestors did in the desert. They pray. They fast. They call upon the name of the Lord. And just as the elephants are released, something happens. God intervenes. The elephants turn. Instead of trampling the Jews, they turn on the soldiers. Chaos, screams, and deliverance, because God never sleeps, and the prayers of the righteous are never forgotten. 3 Maccabees is about deliverance without a sword, victory without violence, a miracle won on the knees of a people who refused to bow to any king but God. Each of these books, though not found in every Bible, echoes the same truth. Faith is not safe. Faith is not easy. Faith costs, but it is worth everything. Because faith moves mountains, faith defeats empires, faith endures suffering, and faith always hopes. Judah Maccabee and his brothers didn't just fight for freedom. They fought for holiness, for the right to worship, for the right to belong to a God who never forsakes. And the mother with 7 sons? She became a voice for every believer who's ever faced persecution. Her courage echoes through time, reminding us that true strength isn't found in armies, but in allegiance, not to a nation, but to the kingdom of heaven. These books are more than stories. They are reminders that God is present in the fire, that miracles still happen, and that even when all hope seems lost, God still wins. So what about you? Where does your faith stand today? Is it strong? Is it weary? Or is it flickering like a wick about to burn out? Remember this: God doesn't need an army to save. He just needs a heart that believes, a whisper of faith, a prayer in the dark. That's where he does his best work. This is the story of the Maccabees, a story of faith, a story of fire, a story the world needs to remember, and so do you. Let it burn in your heart. Let it awaken courage. Let it remind you, you are never alone. Not in war, not in fire, not in silence. He is with you, always.